Can you believe that a humble exhibition football game, first played in a small stadium in Canton, Ohio in 1962, has evolved into a symbolic kickoff for the entire National Football season? A celebration of gridiron greatness, each and every year in Canton, Ohio, teams play a preseason game that symbolizes the first game of the NFL season. That's the story the Pro Football Hall of Fame game has. It's an annual spectacle that blends football tradition, modern spectacle, and tribute to true legends. The first ever Hall of Fame game would take place August of 1962, the same year that construction began on the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The game was originally intended as a fundraiser to help support the development of the hall, and it featured a matchup between the New York Giants and St. Louis Cardinals, not to be confused with that St. Louis Cardinals baseball team that we know today. The game was instrumental in starting the fundraising for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and it would be held at Fawcett Stadium. Later, that would be renamed to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio, the birthplace of the NFL. The inaugural game marked the beginning of what would become a long standing tradition that we still see today. Over time, the game became more than just a fundraising tool. It transformed into a ceremonial start of the NFL preseason and the NFL season in general. Though it would be considered an early start to the preseason, sort of what we see with the MLB with the international games that they play to start the regular season, this was seen as instrumental and monumental. Many teams wanted to play in this game. It was a starting point for them, a sense of not just going to training camp, a way to get the NFL season going and bringing the attention to the teams and players again. What's always been unique about the game is the fact that it ties in perfectly with the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It honors the NFL's newest legends being added to the Football Hall of Fame. It also brings about an opportunity for fans from all over the country to come together, even though it may not be your team that's playing in this game. Fans from all over will still join in and watch them because they're there for the Hall of Fame. They're there for the experience. It became more of a marketing tool over the years to kick off the NFL season and to showcase the value the NFL Hall of Fame has. Each year, two teams from the NFL are selected to play in this game, a decision that's often made with the Hall of Fame enshrinement in mind. When a particularly iconic player is being inducted, the league frequently invites the team with the most associated players for the game. This helps increase the game's visibility and serves as a tribute to the inductee's legacy. From 1971 to 2010, the game was typically featured one team from the AFC and one team from the NFC, although there's been exceptions over the years. A particularly notable one came in 2009 when the original AFL franchises, the Tennessee Titans wearing their Houston Oilers throwback, and the Buffalo Bills played in the honorary 50th anniversary of the AFL. That year, Bills owner Ralph Wilson, a founding member of the AFL, was inducted into the Football Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame game has not only been a piece of football history commemorating those who were inducted into the Hall of Fame, it's also served as the stage for franchise debuts, like in 1995 when the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars played together for the first time ever in Canton, or like in 2002 when the Houston Texans played in the game before the regular season began. Not only commemorating the legacy of players, but being a piece of NFL and football history with new teams making their introductions during these games. As of 2018, every NFL team has participated in the preseason Hall of Fame game. Prior to the NFL AFL merger, the Hall of Fame game would still be played, but it would be more random during the preseason. Now, it's more scheduled. It always seems to come at the beginning of August or right at the end of July, like this year, which is playing on July 31st on a Thursday. This standardization actually came because the NFL standardized their schedules when they decided to play after Labor Day to start the season. This meant they could more standardize the preseason and no longer have teams just playing randomly whenever. Instead, they could schedule this game, this Pro Football Hall of Fame game, as the start of the preseason and a kickoff to the NFL season, and then from there, teams could schedule out their preseason games based off of that. The game would only be canceled twice during its long history, once in 2016 due to the field being painted with the incorrect paint, causing players to have the chance of getting chemical burns or having other medical issues and reactions from the paint. Because of this, the game was actually moved to Thursdays, and that would become the new standardized practice for the NFL. And of course, during the COVID 19 pandemic in 2020, the Hall of Fame game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers would be canceled. Overall, the game has had a rich history, from being on ABC to being on NBC to being on ESPN to being on the NFL Network. This game has always had coverage, and it's always been such an important start to the football season. Many people take it as a piece of legacy, a piece to celebrate, and they always know when this game happens, the football season is beginning. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever been to the NFL Hall of Fame game? Is this something that you've always wanted to go to? I know I've been to Canton, Ohio during the Football Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony time period, and it's always crazy. Let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Believable Truths.